This session is for when life is a little bit too much. You're feeling overwhelmed or stressed out or dealing with anxiety because it's just too much going on. It can be either in your private life that things are happening. It can be good things, it could be bad things, but it's intense. Life is intense right now. A lot of things are going on and you are feeling overwhelmed, stressed out, having anxiety, or just feeling like it's too much to deal with. Or it can be that you're feeling the waves of what's going on in the world right now. It can be things on a political scale, wars or natural disasters. Climate change or other catastrophes going on in the world. And because of media and internet and social media, it's very present in your life. So right now your body is struggling. Your body and your mind is just kind of spinning. You're feeling that you're drowning underneath this pressure, feeling overwhelmed, feeling too much. You're in either fight or flight or freeze or fawn. It's just your nervous system is on fire. And on fire can also mean that you're going into freeze and you're totally shut down. Our bodies have different ways of dealing with this overwhelm and stress. Nothing wrong or right, it's just different bodies deals in different ways. Helping your body deal with this is what we're gonna do today. So bringing up those overwhelmed emotions, too much emotions up to the surface. So we can help your body and nervous system soothe and calm down, wire down. I'm gonna start with private overwhelm. So if things are going on in your life and you're just feeling it's too much right now, tap in now and start breathing with me. Deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Working with our breath is the easiest way to calm our nervous system down. So while you are breathing deeply, I'm working on your energetic body, removing and moving energy so it can flow clearly through your body. Move it around so it can actually leave you, so we can flush it out. So here you can start moving your body, twisting and shaking, yawning or making sounds, sighing, screaming into a pillow. Whatever you feel called to do right now, jumping up and down, shaking. So I can work on your energetic body, but I cannot work on your physical body. Like, you have to help me. If you do the movements, it will become more powerful. So please just move the way your body wants to move. It can be big movements, it can be just small, tiny ones. This is just a reminder to your conscious mind that you are okay, that life is intense. We will go through periods of our life when we feel overwhelmed, when there is so much things going on. But that in itself is not dangerous. We unfortunately cannot stay away from the struggles of being a human. We will experience grief, we will experience sorrow, we will experience hardship. We will be stressed out because it's a lot of things going on with people we care about. It can be overwhelmed at work, it can be at home, it can be that you're trying for things that is not working out for you right now, dreams that is taking much more time than you want to. People that we care about and love might be struggling, and that is putting a stress on your system too. All of these things going on at work, relationships, housing, money. It puts stress on us. Health. But it is a natural part of life. Your body have the capability of dealing with this, of healing from this, of moving on. Your body have a natural capacity to heal, to process strong emotion, lots of stress, but you need to help it. You need to listen to it, and you need to help it to shake it out, to stretch it out, to sigh it out. Overwhelming stress is not dangerous when it's short-lived. It's not even dangerous if it's for a longer time, if you help your body to release it. And it doesn't have to be anything advanced. It can be just listening to this video, watching it, getting energetic support from an energy worker like myself. And you can just help me by moving your body. You got this. You got this. You got this. Even if you feel unsafe now, even if you feel overwhelmed now, even if you feel riddled with anxiety and you don't see really how to figure all of this out, it's just too much, it's just too much. You got this. Moving your body from that panic state, from that overwhelmed state, into a state of calm. Energetically moving you from fight or flight, freeze or fawn, to a relaxed nervous system where you become smarter, where you become more resourceful, where you become calmer and wiser. So continue to breathe and move. Pulling out stress and anxiety and overwhelm from your energy field right now. Can you just let it go, release it. You do not need to carry it right now. Can give your body and soul a break. Deep breath in and release. Well done. One more time. Breathe up in and release. Release your jaw. Stretch it wide. Okay, and then we're moving into Overwhelm. That is more of on a global scale. Often these two are intertwined. We're going through stuff in our own life, and then there's stuff going on in the world, and all of this together become this swirl of too much. And so bring up this to the surface, the feelings of being overwhelmed on a global scale, on an international scale, things that are going on in the world that is just painful. And here I want to put up a little buffer between you and the world. Our Stone Age bodies are not made for seeing all of this pain and all of these things that are going around in the world, but at the same time we do not want to shut it down. You know, we don't, if we're privileged enough to that we don't have to deal with all these things, we don't want to shut off anyways, right? We have a true empathy with the world. But the thing is that we can feel that empathy, and we can support and help and get involved without getting sucked into the trauma. Like we can do it without triggering our own body. It's really, really hard because your body doesn't understand the difference between seeing pain on TV and in your own backyard. Like, it doesn't have the capability of discernment, but that discernment has to come from your logical mind, right? So your Stone Age body and the lower parts of your brain doesn't understand the difference, but your frontal cortex, this part of your brain, it can actually notice the difference and see the difference and discern the difference. So we need to shut that, like turn that on. But the thing is, if we have a lot of anxiety and a lot of stress and we're in that fight and flight, that part of our brain is getting very little blood. So we actually become like dumber, which makes it harder to discern and harder to put up that kind of like understanding that it's not in our backyard. It's not we that are involved with this directly. It's other people. So I want to put up this little bubble between you and the world without like shutting you off, okay? Because I know there's a lot of you that are so amazing, conscious and empathetic people that you don't want to turn off everything. You want to see and you want to be part and you want to support people that are struggling. But I want you to help you to do that without getting sucked into your lower parts of your brain. I want you to do that from a kind of like a rational standpoint. You can be rational and empathetic. So we have this thought that we need to be, if we're empathetic, we need to be in our emotions, we need to be emotional, but that is not correct. Like, we can be empathetic in our rational mind, and we can, in our emotional mind, we can understand that we are not in this trauma ourselves right now. This is something that's happening outside of me, far away from me. Okay. I'm just gonna create this little almost like a lagging between you and the world, where information comes in, pop, and it just, you can take a breather before it comes into you, okay? So it doesn't come like directly and knocks you out. It can just like, and your frontal cortex, your rational brain can just see it, empathize, see if you can do something to support, stay aware, and then it kind of comes into you. So it's like this kind of protection and this kind of I'm getting pictures of like a moat around a castle. So it's just a little respite for you to actually decide on how you want to deal with this, how you want to support this, how you want to get involved without getting emotionally knocked out. And I believe it's super important to be able to discern between the private and the global. You need to have that. It needs to be different experiences in your body. Otherwise you will be overwhelmed all the time, because shit is going on all around the world every day, every minute of the day. And you need to treat that differently. Doesn't mean that you have to be privileged and shut off. You can still be conscious and aware. You just need to separate. It's like separating your own energy from other people's energy. Separating your own core sense of self from other people. And this is hard because a lot of you that are watching are dealing with codependence and taking on other people's energy and trying to carry other people's energy. Okay, I'm gonna go in and create that little bubble of support, that kind of moat. Calling on support from your own ancestors, benevolent spirit guides, your benevolent spirit crew, your highest self, and divine source. Okay, one more time. Oh, much easier. Okay. It's like digging that moat, removing all of those stagnated old energies and just creating that space. Empathy is not drowning because other people are drowning. That is a trauma response. That is not empathy. Empathy is taking care of yourself, and from that place, take care of others. Put on your own oxygen mask first, because otherwise you will just become dead weight. That is not helping. That is just putting more pressure on people that are actually helping. Sometimes Helping can be just get out of the way energetically. And like choosing one catastrophe, global pain, one or a few things to invest yourself in and to help out and to support, and then trust that other people in our community and on this global planet, other people are like bringing up the slack in other areas, that we have this trust for each other as a community is also important, because it's like a trauma response, believing that you have to do everything yourself. And it's better to do one or a few things really well than to just dabble and not get any shit done in any place, anywhere. So it's about like knowing your own strengths and limitations, and like, this is what I can do, and this is where I'm gonna do it, and the rest I have to leave to other capable beings. Because I'm just one human. I only have one human body in this life. And this can be very hard for some of you that are new on Earth, that you haven't been here many lifetimes. Maybe you're not used to having like this physical body that has all of these limitations. Remember that you can always call on divine spirits, people that are not in human bodies in this lifetime, to support you and to support others. Prayer, healing. Your own benevolent spirit guides and ancestors. Angelic beings, ascended masters, spirit guides in different ways, shape, forms, praying to different gods and deities, whatever you feel most comfortable, wherever you have your faith. That is also something that you can do to kind of like outsource some of the things. But when it comes to like practical action, unfortunately, you cannot do everything. You need to pick and choose. And in some parts of your life, if you're super overwhelmed with your private life, you might not have that much to spare, and that is okay, because in other parts of your life, in other phases of your life, you will have much more to spare, and you can do that then. So that was a lot of guilt coming up for a lot of you, so I'm just going to clear some guilt. Guilt is also making us stupid. It makes us take very weird action and decisions, and often it just makes us freeze. We have this guilt, and then we just feel sucky that we're not doing enough, and then we just feel guilt, and then we're not doing enough, and then we just feel guilt, and it becomes this very, very boring circle that I'm breaking now. If we remove the guilt, we can instead take inspired action. We can actually help. And the days that we do not do things, we can rest and recharge instead of feeling guilty. Put on our own oxygen masks so we have the energy to help others. Very few of you are actually feeling guilty because you're actually not doing anything, like sacred guilt, like actual guilt. Most of this is just trauma guilt. Because you believe that you do not deserve to have the energy for yourself. You do not believe that you feel good if other people are hurting. Yes, this was a big one. It's actually okay for you to feel good in your own body, in your own life, even if other people are hurting. Those two things have nothing to do with each other. They are not the same, they're separate. You are separate from other people. So you can have your own juicy, grounded, amazing energy, even if other people are going through the shitstorm of their life. And you are not helping them in any way, shape, or form by feeling bad. You're allowed to feel good even if other people are hurting. You're allowed to feel good even if other people are hurting. You're allowed to feel good if other people are hurting. You're allowed to feel good even if other people are hurting. And here again comes that like different parts of your brain. You're allowed to feel emotionally stable and good even if your rational brain is having empathy and are helping out, you know? Imagine like a doctor feeling bad every time a patient feels bad. Like that doctor will burn out very fast. Like you need to have that kind of like a little space between you and other people to be able to actually help them. To be able to have like pure empathy and to be pure support, you need to have a little space between you and other people. Caring is not drowning in other people's problems. Caring is not drowning in other people's traumas. Caring is feeling with them, absolutely, but not drowning with them. Caring is doing good stuff. Caring is taking action and support them. Caring is not giving your own oxygen mask to another so you die. Caring is keeping your oxygen mask on and then helping people. And this can feel very foreign for a lot of you because you are raised in codependent situation where you just giving. You have a hard time taking care of yourself. So this is a reminder for you. I want you to really like sit and meditate on the concept of caring, of the concept of empathy. What does it feel like in your body to care and feel empathy without drowning with them? How does it feel to feel empathy, to care deeply, and at the same time feel good, be healthy, be stable? The most powerful healers and helpers are not drowning with their patients and clients and just the people in their community, the people in this world. We're coexisting next to them with our own oxygen masks firmly in place. And then we can do the good job, the good actions, the hard actions. gonna fill you up with divine source energy. So here I just want you to step into your own energy, just you. Feel the edges of your own body, of your own energy field. And imagine that you're a cell phone and I'm plugging you in to charge your battery. This is your battery, just yours. And you're allowed to get charged. You're allowed to go from red to orange to green. It's a lightning fast charger here. It's divine source, divine pure source, filling you up. And just notice that this energy is yours. You don't have to give this away straight away. Sit with this energy. Notice what it feels like to have more energy, to feel filled up, to receive. And see what you can do from that space without giving away from your own battery. You're allowed to feel happy even if other people are suffering. You're allowed to be mentally stable even if other people are struggling. You're allowed to be a powerful being, and from that space and from that place help and heal other people. You do not have to give from your own energy, your own life force. You can give from divine source. And remind yourself that you become smarter and wiser and more impactful if you work from that place. Okay. I hope you feel better. You can watch this video as many times as you want to. And if you want to learn more about how to separate your own energies from others, how to channel divine energy, divine source, please start with my free masterclass, An Introduction to Energy Healer, and join the hundreds of people in the Academy, Energy Healer Academy. Filling up, topping up, locking it in, tapping it in. Well done. Thank you for doing this work. Thank you for taking care of yourself, for putting on your own oxygen mask first. This is how we heal. This is how we change the planet. Take care of you. Thank you for letting me take care of you. And